of what everybody's talking about that day. But other than that, they don't want you to think a different way. So they pretty much took off my. I have to go on here because now they're controlling this, and they want people to think that when you're speaking the truth, they sit there and say that you're delusional, you're schizophrenic, you're this and that, because I'm pretty sure there's more people that are noticing it too. They fuck with your phone. They're not fucking with your phone. They're fucking with your computer, or they're fucking with your camera, if it's connected to the internet. But that's why you got to get one of these cameras so they can't control your camera. They can't mess with it. So you have, footage for yourself so you can show others. And that's what they've been doing in the courtrooms lately. That's what they've been doing with the counseling lately and the therapy sessions. They do not want evidence. I'm going to show you something. They do not want the problems fixed because they're the ones that they're the cause of the problem, okay? They want to give you a pill to accept it. They want to see how much torture you will endure. These are what you call the workers of evil. That's why the internet is censored, where only the workers of evil say what goes, just like in CYS, okay? CYS gets the reports. You know that the reports that you're given are facts, okay? They're not going off assumptions, they're actually facts. CYS workers will dismiss those facts and go with what they assume or what they want. And that actually helps them on their end get bonus checks by making a family who was not fucked up, and the family that's already fucked up to be more fucked up, where it creates more cases. They want more cases. Well, anyways, I want to show you this. It says, child continues to ask when he can live with his mother. There has been allegations made that the paternal grandmother and the father use physical discipline. There has been allegations. You know who made those allegations? My son. Then they put none of which were substantiated. A safely plan was established and signed. Okay? They ignored my son's cry out for help. The person who reported it was the supervisor from the visits that CYS hired. CYS gets irritated and upset when they're actually showing you who is the abuser, because they want the child to go with the abuser. It actually helps them gain more, so they do not actually want to correct the situation. They want to make the situation first. The situation not solved, because it actually helps them gain, more control over the American people. And I brought up about in my video about, Trump supporters. All the things that they say about other people is actually what they're doing. Trump is actually a puppet. Trump gets paid by these people, okay, to be a mouthpiece for him. He is just a puppet. He doesn't do anything. It's the workers of evil that do all this shit. That's why you're receiving fucking poor health care. That's why you're receiving low income, because they have a need to control your life, but they do not want to they don't want you to control theirs. That's why they don't want their mouthpiece changed, okay? Because then they lose their power. If somebody else gets in, They have a voice through that puppet. Trump is just a puppet. Mark Zuckerman, they talk about he's a robot and shit. Whether he's a robot or not, he's just a mouthpiece for these workers on Facebook. They are the ones taking off your shit. It is not Mark Zuckerman. Mark Zuckerman is more like, the judge type of shit. He doesn't judge. All he does is the workers will call in, say what they want, they have their meetings, they'll all group together, say what they want, and then it's signed by Mark Zuckerman, and they put it in, into the plan. Trump's the same way. That's why you see Trump flip-flopping, okay? Because the freaking Trump supporters are flip-flopping, and they're not making any sense in anything that they fucking say. And that's why you see them receiving better health care, and you see them get opiates too. Painkillers and shit. They're the ones putting a war on drugs, right? They're saying that we are against you getting drugs, but they get drugs. Because I had talked to a Trump supporter, and I asked him, I said, so what do you think of painkillers? He goes, I'm on them now. And he says, but I don't think they should be meant for everybody. And I'm like, why? When somebody's in pain, they need it. And he said, they don't technically need it. There's other resources that they can adapt to that would actually help them, because majority of Americans are drug addicts. But I'm not a drug addict, he's basically saying. I'm like, okay, why do you don't think you're not a drug addict? He goes, because I know how to maintain my the resources that the doctor gives me, and the doctor judges wisely, and he knows I'm not a drug addict. And I'm like thinking, okay, I wonder how many fucking pills a month that this fucking guy takes. And he's calling other people drug addicts and shit like that, but he thinks it's a perfectly okay for him to receive the pain medicine when he needs it, but not for other people. Because he said he don't get high off of it. And I find that fucking hard to believe. Because Trump, somebody who worked for Trump, even stated Trump is a drug addict. And I have stated that many years ago, that Trump was one, because when you go to those parties with the women around, the escorts and shit like that, fucking perfectly well there is alcohol and drugs going on in those parties. Everybody knows that. Even at a teenage party and shit, there's drugs circling around at that goddamn party. There's girls like fucking shaking their shit and stuff like that, acting all hoey and stuff. There's drugs at that party. But yeah, everything that Trump states about others is what Trump has done in the past. And I was bringing up about my videos about, Trump only agrees with Chinese people that makes him rich. Any Chinese person that's not making him rich and is not on his team, he's against. That's how Trump supporters are. Because Trump's just speaking on the behalf of the people that voted him in. He's not speaking for all Americans. Trump supporters are not speaking for all Americans. They're just speaking for their group. And they're secretly going against other Americans, causing war in this goddamn country. It's like I said, when I said in the past about the TV show American Horror Season 7. They're like, oh, that's a TV show. No, that's fucking reality. Why don't you go back and watch those episodes and listen to it really clearly, because that is exactly what's going on. In the beginning, the LGBT movement was against Trump and Trump supporters. It's not really Trump doing it. It's actually the supporters that are doing it. That's why you saw Aeon Q, giving credit to Trump, and Trump said he don't even know about those people. It's actually the people that are saying they're Trump supporters, which they are the ones causing all the problems, and Trump is just their mouthpiece. They pay Trump to speak on their behalf. But yeah, if you watch the American Horror Show Season 7, it shows the LBGT movement against Trump. And then as time went on, they are all for Trump's side. So Mark Zuckerman is a puppet. So is Trump. And the main people that are causing problems in this country and lowering their shit are fucking people that were voted in. And Trump was voted in, so who do you think is fucking destroying this country? What do you think will happen in the future? It's happening now. They're only saving selfish people. And when you only save selfish people, guess what happens in the future? You're not going to have no damn help. These people lack empathy and compassion for all Americans. That's why Biden said, even if you don't support me, I will still look out for your well-being. These are the people that want to use Biden as a mouthpiece. Okay? I'm not saying I want to vote for Biden. I'm just trying to tell you that's what Biden stated, and that's what is the facts. He's giving you a little bit of details of what the hell's going on Trump's side. They don't support all Americans. They actually go against other Americans. If anybody's not on their team, they're going to go fucking against you. And that's what it shows in the American Horror Show. It's like a prediction of what is taking place. And that's exactly what is happening. They're the ones causing all fucking problems. And that's why you see... What I'm saying is all the people work for Facebook. They're the ones that are killing your freedom of speech. It's not Mark Zuckerman. On YouTube, the ones that are killing the freedom of speech are the people that work for YouTube. That's not the owner. The owner is like more like a judge. He's like, yeah, just pay me. You know, I'll pay me for my signature type of shit. And they pay him to sign it off for what the people want. So there is actually we the people type of shit, but it's who gets voted in, and those people have the mouthpiece. And those are the people that are fucking destroying this country. The people that voted in Obama and that work for the government are the ones that screwed over the other party. The people that voted in Bush are the people that fucking fucked up this country.